Obsessed TikTok woman crashes out over gym crush. Let's get into it, bro.
Okay, so I blocked my gym crush on TikTok, and I think I blocked him on Instagram, so I could get some advice from my gym girlies. I don't have an appetite, and that's not good.
Well, no man should make you feel like that, especially some sort of gym crush. In 2025, dating has been completely ruined by social media, by other people's voices and other people's opinions, and just by all the madness that exists out there besides the two people in the relationship. I honestly feel bad for the next generation. It's gonna be harder and harder for them to date, especially when they go to online resources like this young woman to look for advice on how to live their actual lives.
Bro, the internet is the reason most relationships nowadays fail, bro. Because you got toxic ass, fragile, sensitive men giving advice on the internet, and you got bitter, just hard to deal with women on the internet giving advice, and people are actually listening to this shit advice. That's why I always say, like, take advice on the internet with a grain of salt. Like, I know I give advice sometimes in my reactions. Take what I say with a grain of salt, because it might not work for you. You and me are two different people, and our situations may be different. If I say something that makes sense to you that you want to listen to, cool. If not, don't. Simple as that.
As opposed to, I don't know, thinking about things critically, taking them in, and then deciding, hey, I was probably right, I was probably wrong in these situations, and I should move differently. But this story about this woman and her gym crush is so absolutely insane, I had to do a reaction to it.
So my gym crush happened to be somebody that I had a crush on in high school, and for a couple years now, we've just always somehow managed to see each other in like a random ass place every now and then. I go to Crunch, I'm in there my first day. A couple hours later, I check my Snap and I see that I have a message from the guy. So we were chatting it up. So the next time I see him, like, obviously my feelings have never changed for this man, like ever. Like anytime I see him anywhere, it's just gonna be the same.
Now, I did some research on this woman, and she's about 23, 24 years old, somewhere in that range. So that means that they've been going back and forth for about 5 or 6 years now. And if your feelings have never changed and nothing has happened in those 5 or 6 years, then obviously nothing would really ever truly materialize in this sort of relationship. So why keep putting yourself in situations in which you could possibly be getting hurt? I don't know. But maybe the 8th time.
Because there's a lesson in this. The lesson in this is, bro, people want what they can't have. There's probably guys in her messages, there's probably guys who try to holler at her that made it super easy. People like a challenge, especially women, because most men fold like fucking laundry off rip. So whenever a woman meets a guy she's attracted to, she has that initial attraction to, and he's just not going as easily as every other guy, she automatically catches feelings for this man. Telling you.
Time is a charm. Maybe the 19th time is a charm. Maybe she doesn't set herself up for failure this time, right? By, like, I don't know, going to the dude's house or something.
Like, I'm going to the gym. The first week it's all like that, hee hee ha ha. Last week it was hee hee ha ha, and it was, oh, come over Wednesday. So I go to his house. We hang out. We have casual conversation, catching up.
You set yourself up for the biggest ultimate failure by going to this dude's house, knowing that you have feelings for him. It hasn't materialized in 8 years. Like, nothing that you say or can do in this point of the conversation is going to make a relationship blossom out of literally nothing. But as long as you keep this to yourself, I don't think anybody is going to know, anybody's going to care. Yeah, you brought it to social media, but it's social media. People do stupid stuff all day.
I was like, hey, I know why I'm so nervous around you. He was like, why? And I was like, you give off a very strong masculine vibe, and he makes me feel very feminine and want to be girly, and I feel so safe around him, and he's so soft-spoken with me. You make me literally want to melt into your arms. I'm being very, very
This goes to show when a woman finds you attractive, bro, you have to put little to no effort in. This man has put little to no effort in, and she's saying all of this crazy shit. This is stuff you say when you're in a long-term relationship. Like, let's get real, bro.
fucking vulnerable. But he was just like, oh, like, you should always surround yourself with people that make you be in your purest form. Like, I'm happy that you feel that way. The next day I texted him, I was like, hey, would love to see you soon. Let me know when you're free. Radio silence.
Yeah, that's actually scary. Look, I know men and women operate differently, but if a man ever told a woman that he had feelings for her, he wouldn't say something that deep, especially somebody who he hasn't established a real relationship with. And I know they've known each other for a long time, but I'm talking about an actual intimate relationship with. Why go that far off the deep end? I don't know. You felt comfortable, the shot didn't work, so I hope that you stop from here. She should stop here. But going that deep is actually scaring off people. You scaring the penis away. Like, you literally are scaring the niggas. You are the definition of that. And I'm glad that the young man in this situation actually is showing more control and restraint, because I know a lot of people, hell, even me in my younger day, probably would have taken advantage of this situation right here, knowing that there is this woman who is this deeply in love with them or infatuated.
Niggas is taking this to the bank, bro. She a decent looking girl. Not my type, but you know what I'm saying? She a decent looking girl. Most dudes would have pushed up on this instantly. So he does have a little bit of character for not taking advantage of her, because a woman like this is willing to give it up with no boundaries, bro. You can just tell she has no boundaries when it comes to this man.
With them or whatever the case may be, and you have literally no feelings for them at all, or at least not feelings in the romantic sense for them, a lot of people would have taken advantage of her in this situation. So honestly, she should be thanking this young man for treating this situation the way he did, because if he would have put a little meat up on her, she would have been dickmatized, as the kids say. And I don't believe in that, no way. That's just justification for dumbass actions by women. But this is the absolute worst way to go about saying how you feel about somebody.
And I ended up calling 2 homeboys. He was like, everybody has that person in their phone that no matter where they at, what they doing, whoop-de-whoop, they're gonna text back. I almost started crying because I was like, I'm not his person. He may be my person. Like, if he was to text me, I don't care where I'm at, I don't care what time it is, bro, I'm texting
He's
back.
not your
I
person.
had posted like a video of me in my bra and underwear just showing the progress of my body on Snapchat, and he slid up talking about some whoop-de-whoop, 360 yada yada. I was like, okay, yeah, for a full body massage, yeah, I'm definitely down, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, like we can make that happen or something like that. And I was like, when? And he was like, well, we'll see. So after that, I kind of was in my head like, oh, you can respond when it comes to something sexual, but you can't respond with me just wanting to spend genuine time with your dumb ass.
So this woman has opened herself up to this man so much that she is willing and able to admit publicly on public platforms to her homeboys or whatever, that no matter what she is doing, no matter where she is at, that she will always respond to his messages. She will always text him back. She will always be there for him. But in the same breath, because she's doing this from a relationship standpoint, she is willing to entertain conversations with him. Like, the only time that he's willing to text her after the radio silence is when she's posting very intimate pictures of herself. Now, her posting to public platforms might not make it as intimate as I want it to be, but she posted a picture of bra and panties, and
that's a fact, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, if your girl posts pictures of her bra and her panties, that's not your girl. That's not your girl. Telling you.
Told you to do a 360, and that's the only time he's gonna respond to you, but you will respond to him in any other situation. Why make yourself this available and this open to somebody who's not willing to do the same things for you? And this is where a lot of people get set up in relationships and situationships or whatever the case may be. Energy should be reciprocated. And if the energy is not reciprocated, you should probably just cut it off so you don't end up like this woman in the video.
So I'm in the gym, I'm doing my workout with you. I'm watching him in the mirror. I walk my happy-go-lucky ass over to the motherfucking hip abductor. I didn't know there was another girl over there, like on the other machine, and he got up and started talking to her. I did cry. I cried on the Stairmaster, and I almost had a panic attack. In that moment, I realized that he did not see me as a person. He just saw me as someone who could boost his ego when he needed it, but hopefully a quick fuck in his book. How the fuck you're gonna ask me to be the mother to your cats, even if you were joking? Why the fuck would you joke?
He's saying this like she wasn't going. Like, bro, like, I treat men and women the same. I believe in equal rights on this channel. If a man is simping, I'm gonna call it out. For a woman simping, I'm call it out. She was going for whatever he was going for. She was gonna let him do whatever he wanted. So you can't be mad at nobody but yourself, man or woman. If you know somebody isn't interested in you and you keep giving them opportunity after opportunity, bro, you just lack self-respect. Simple as that.
Joke about something like that? Why do men, then you talk about some, oh, we gonna have a little sushi day. Why do men put themselves in situations that they don't have to fucking be in?
All of a sudden, he doesn't see you as a person.
Stop, bro. Shut the hell up talking about why do men? No, why do the men you deal with? That's the thing. Women and men both love saying, why does the opposite gender do this? Why? No, it's the people you deal with. Because I don't deal with this type of stuff personally. I don't deal with these type of interactions, because once a woman makes it clear to me that she's not interested, I'm out. It's too many women on this earth for you to be hung up over one that doesn't want you.
Because you're not getting the outcome that you wanted. This is people setting themselves up for failure. You pedestalize this man in some sort of mental relationship that you built out when nothing was explicitly said. He invited you to go and get some food, as friends do. Even if he called it a date, that doesn't mean that you're dating. That doesn't mean that he wants to get to know you. Date isn't romantic. I know a lot of people want to put it in this romantic sense, but you can go on a date with your friends. You can go on a father-daughter date, a mommy-daughter date, a mother-son date. It doesn't matter what you do when you say dating. Like, dating can be romantic, but it doesn't have to be romantic. I know based off of the story that you're telling, you guys aren't in a romantic relationship. He doesn't view you as less of a person because he was talking to another woman. That's crazy. You don't even know what they were talking about. And here you are on exercise equipment after exercise equipment after exercise equipment crying about a man who doesn't want you because you're not willing to do the adult thing and maybe communicate or take hints from this man and hear him when he's not speaking to you and say, oh shit, this guy doesn't want me the same way I want him. Let me stay my delusional ass away from him. The mother to your cats, my God, that's just talking. He's just yapping just like you're doing in this video. But there has to be some more explanation behind this.
This was somebody who I had a crush on in high school. So like on and off, we've been flirting with each other on and off for a couple years now. He was keeping up with the years. I was not. He let me know it'd been 8 years. I didn't even know that. I didn't come off too strong because
What that nigga on SpongeBob say? Oh, brother. Bro, it's hard for me to get through this video. I'm going to be real with y'all. I got to keep it real. It's hard for me to get through it because she keeps, like, making herself sound worse. Like, y'all are flirting for years. He remembered the years. I didn't. You remember the years. Trust me, you are much more invested than this man is. You remember how many years it was, bro. Look, just call it how it is. Bro does not want you, and you just cannot accept it for some reason.
I let him know everything. I'm the type of person where I'm laying everything out on the table. If you feel like I'm coming off too strong, then that's on you. I blocked him on TikTok, blocked him on Instagram. The only thing he's not blocked on is Snap. The thing about me is I'm always leave the door open. Okay? I'm always leave the door open. The door will never be locked. I'm still gonna go to the gym. Still gonna go the same time I've been going. And I'm just gonna pretend like I don't see him. Is it partly my fault? Yes, because like I've told him in the past, like, hey, this is what I want, and he'd be like, I'm not with that, and then we don't talk.
Now, if you had any questions about this woman being delusional, I think that they have been answered right there. Some of y'all...
This video's over, bro. This video's over. I wasted too long of my life on this video, bro. Listen, guys. I got a moral for women. I got a moral for men. The moral for... And then I got a moral for both. The moral for the man in this situation is, bro, if you work on yourself and... you what is it called, and you have self-respect for yourself as a man, you're going to attract a lot of women, because that's exactly what this guy's doing. He's going to the gym, he's working on himself, clearly he has options, and this woman is obsessed with him. So you focus on you, and the women will too. For women, if you are dealing with a man, I don't care how attractive he is, I don't care how he make you feel, if he's showing he doesn't want you, bro, move forward. And for both genders, have self-respect, bro. That's all this shit comes down to, because this woman is embarrassing herself publicly. I don't know where her father is, but he needs to step in. Somebody needs to step in. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I know I was more cutthroat and rough in this reaction, but I just can't tolerate stupidity. This is stupid. Y'all have a good one, bro.